Look great.
So moving on to a little bit of a cocktail portion of this. Let me see if this ad. Okay. Aaron, do you want to kind of talk about this? Aaron / Mariah, do you want to talk about this? Because this is a collaboration between you guys to come up with this drink that, you know, maybe fits a little bit of what we're doing here.
I mean, I put myself entirely in Aaron's hands. I trust his, instincts and his creativity. So I think we just talked about how some of the flavors that I enjoyed and that I just wanted it to be, refreshing. So I'll let Aaron do it.
Fair enough.
No.
Aaron, you want to break this down for us?
This is a cocktail that I was inspired by a conversation with Mariah and also inspired by my childhood spent in Hawaii. These flavors are very, very familiar to me because it was just basically everything was accessible. But it reminds me of a cocktail that we tourists or people of the island would normally drink on joyous or just great occasions. And it was, we called it POG, which stands for passion, orange, and guava. And so we decided to take those flavors and talking to Mariah, she wanted something tropical, refreshing, but I wanted to incorporate some kind of balance and then all ingredients that reminded me of my time in some of the culture that I was exposed to in Hawaii. So we came up with this cocktail called Nectar of Ohana. And the name means that much more to me because I was very, very fortunate to have great interaction with my childhood there with numerous cultures. And it just felt like everybody had this great sense of aloha. And I basically was invited to everyone's home and made feel part of their family. And Ohana means family in Hawaii. So that's what this cocktail is supposed to have, that destination and that feel, and hence the name for the inspiration.
So if you guys want to make this cocktail along with Aaron, he's going to walk you through it. We would encourage you to post it. We're going to do some prizing around people who post up these drinks, but really want to keep a cocktail engagement with what we're doing here. So we'll kick it over to you, Aaron, to walk us through this drink.
All right. We'll start with a little bit of ice down our glass. And then I'll start with one of my favorite flavors in the world, guava juice. And we're at a full ounce of that to our shaker. Sorry, let me move that out the way so you can see me pour it. And then next we have passion fruit juice, and we'll add a half ounce of that. Next is going to be fresh squeezed orange juice, another half ounce. Fresh squeezed lemon juice. I don't know if this has enough ingredients at all, but it came out really well. And then finally to add, a unique.
It's easy.
Yeah, we'll just blend all these together and call this Aaron's mix. And then finally, to tie it all together, to give it some depth and some spice, I got some coffee from Kona, and it is flavored with a little bit of macadamia nut. We brewed that and turned that into a syrup, and we'll add 3/4 of an ounce of that as well. And then finally,
I got to cut out to Mariah's dog real quick. Hold on.
Oh,
that's adorable.
And you're always good to see by the sea, though. So.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember that flavor.
We'll be back to that. All right, back to you.
Back to the dog. And finally, some delicious cachaça from this gentleman in Las Vegas. I mean, we can talk about it later, but we're going to start with our Avuá Cachaça Prata expression. We're going to go full ounce of that. And then to add it onto those great flavors, the Amburana, which has some great baking spices, again, has some great vegetable notes. To add another layer of depth, we're going to use the Avuá Cachaça Amburana expression and a full ounce of that.
Hey, we got a question here, Aaron.
Yes.
If we only have passion fruit and guava, is there an alternative recipe? Also, you look fluffy. I like it.
Yes. Just make sure you take the lemon juice, and that's a key component to acid. With the guava and the passion fruit, depending on where you're using, they tend to have a little bit of residual sweetness to them. So we're using the lemon to add some brightness and some acidity to your beverage. And also the coffee does add a little bit of acidity, acid to it as well. So I would say if you can skip the orange and then keep the lemon in the coffee syrup, you still have a great balance of flavors.
Cool.
All right, add ice and give it a nice little shake. And then I'm going to use my Darth Vader strainer. Strain that into a column.
Love that. Big fan. Here's another comment. Corona beard is fierce.
Hashtag beards are the new six pack.
Another question, sorry. Is there a recipe for the coffee syrup?
The coffee syrup, literally brew a pot of coffee and 1-to-1 coffee to sugar, and you have your coffee syrup.
Even I could do that.
So add some fresh mint, a little bit of lime, and then, for all effects, we're gonna torch some cinnamon. In true home fashion, I have a lighter instead of an actual torch. And then just want to get it to a point where it's got a little bit of smoke, and then place that in your beverage. And now you have the Nectar of Ohana.
I need one of those.
I know a guy. We can work that out, Pete.
I'll give you my mailing address.
No problem.
Very good. Very good. But reminder, post that up if you guys make it at home, even if you make an iteration. We're excited to share drinks with you guys, see what's out there, put it back into the universe.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Aaron. We're going to jump over to 5 questions